Hi there, I'm Kim. Talk a little bit about informed consent, and first I want to talk about what it is. So according to the authors of our textbook, Theodore Remley Jr. and Barbara Hurley in 2020 both state that the informed consent is an ongoing process, and it's really important to the autonomy and decision-making ability for our clients. It's really important that they know the process, what's going to happen in the therapy process, in the therapeutic process, and who's giving them the therapy that they need. For our assignment, I downloaded COVA Coastal's therapy and mediation form, their consent form, and I'm going to compare it against the ACA ethics guidelines and also the state of Virginia's standard practice. So first I want to talk about on the form, it was really important that COVA put initially the therapist's credentials and education. And they did a great job with this. And they explained their credentials or licensures, that they're qualified to give therapy. And so this is really important. The ACA really wants therapists to disclose this information to clients and to be very transparent in their abilities. This helps the clients, build trustworthy with the therapist. They also talked about, in the COVA form, the record keeping, that their record keeping is confidential, that it also is HIPAA compliant and in a very safe, secure place so that it won't get out. This is really important. ACA and the state mandate that records be kept confidential. And they also said that if records are to be transferred or be seen by somebody else, that written consent from the client must be had. They specifically stated that. So a client definitely has to give written confirmation. They also talked about, in the COVA form, the therapy, the process, the risks, and associated benefits with the therapy. So they did a great job with this. It's really important that the client knows exactly what happens in the sessions, what therapies are being performed, what are the risks associated with those therapies, what are the benefits, and that there's no guarantees. The ACA definitely wants all of this up front. They really want the clients to be well aware of all of this, as well as the state. So COVA did a great job with this. They also talked about that the relationship is a shared mutual effort. And so not only that it's voluntary. So if one were to terminate the relationship, they could both walk away at really any time. The difference is though COVA really adheres to the ethical guidelines of the ACA and specifically talks that the therapist cannot abandon the client, and they can't just walk away without specific reasons why. And they outlined those reasons, which was great. COVA also talks about how to get in touch with the therapist in the case of emergency or when they're on vacation or something like that, and the client needs to get in touch with the therapist, whom they should call, which is really important. And the ACA and the state really want that information available to the client. They don't talk too much about dual relationships or value conflicts or anything like that. They talk a little bit about it since they do handle family therapy. Other than that, they don't touch on it too much. They don't talk too much about HIPAA rights either, which I'm surprised about. But lastly, they do talk about minor consent, that in order to treat a minor, the therapist has to have written consent from a guardian or a parent, and that the minor will be educated on what will happen during the therapeutic sessions, just as though an adult will be. And so overall, I think that COVA's form was great. I think it mirrored the ACA guidelines and the state guidelines, and I think they did a great job. One critique I would do is in the fees. They did outline and state their fees, but I would like a little bit more with managed care and whom to contact on the client's behalf for that. Other than that, I think they did a great job. So thanks.